This part of the video will be real fun because we are going to extract the recent post in this panel. So back to my editor, we have to move downward where we got the side area, and here you can see we got the side area, we got heading, image, then we got the panel in which we extracted our categories. Now here on line 28 we got this panel for the recent post. So now removing this dummy content text from here, and if I just refresh this page, so this is our panel in which we are going to work now. So the science here is we are going to extract the recent post in this panel. So back to my editor, in the body we are going to add one PHP scope first of all, in which first of all we need to grab our database connection, and that is connecting DB. So we got the connection. Now I'm gonna write one query here. I'm gonna call this query to be view query. So select static from my table of admin underscore panel, and let's apply the limit on this. So show me 0 to 5 post, and that's it. And let's also apply the order by clause because we want to show the recent post. So before the limit I'm gonna add the order by date time column DESC. Saving this one. On the next line, writing one more variable of execute in which we are going to run this query, mysql underscore query, and passing this query right here. Then on the next line we need while loop. So while variable will be data rows, and equaling this variable with mysql underscore fetch underscore array, and passing this variable of execute right here. Now in here we are going to extract our post. So first column will be the ID one, and let's equal this one with the variable of data rows and extracting the column of ID which we got in our table of admin underscore panel. Then we will have the column for our title, and we are going to extract our title from the table. So we also have to make sure whether we wrote the correct name for this column or not. So opening my table of admin underscore panel, you can see this one got the name of title. So on the next line I'm gonna add one variable of date time which will be equal to data rows and extracting the column of date time. Then there will be our image and equal to data rows, extracting our image column. Then closing of this PHP, and now putting this ending of the while loop in one new PHP so that we can add the HTML right above this ending of while loop. So this one belongs to this while loop. So now here we are going to extract and show the post. So first let's add one div here, and inside this div first of all we are going to extract our image, and the address of our image will be, we have to mention the upload folder. Then there will be slash and then starting of PHP scope in which we can echo this variable of image. Now closing of this image tag, and let's also give this image some width and height here. So the width will be 70px, or you can just write simple 70 here, and height will be 70 as well. So if I save this one and just refresh this page of blog.php, You can see we extracted all the images, 5 images. Now let's give them some margin from the top and the left position as well. But before doing that, first of all, let's extract this title. So I'm gonna add one p tag in which we are going to add PHP scope, and we will echo this title. So title will be here. Let's also apply the HTML entities function on it, and also the HTML entities function on this image one as well. Saving this one, if I refresh this page, you can see we got the title here according to our post. Now let's also extract our date. So adding one more p tag here, and inside we will extract and echo this variable of date and time. So saving this one, refreshing the page, we got the date here. Now instead of showing the whole date and time, let's remove the time here. So we can limit the content by using the strlen and substr function. So we can apply the function on the date and time. So inside the while loop, I'm gonna add one if condition here, and I'm gonna say that if this strlen on this date and time variable is greater than 11, then you should make this variable of date and time equal to function of substr, and apply the substr on our variable of date and time, and show the content from 0 to 11. So in case if this date time is greater than 11, then you should make the date and time from 0 to 11 index. Saving this one, if I just refresh it real quick, got only date, no time at all. Looks good. Now let's align these content by giving them some margin. So back to my editor. First of all, I'm gonna give some margin to this image. So applying the inline style, I gave it margin from the top to 10px and also from the left as well. And for this title, I'm gonna give it margin to left 90px. So applying the style on this, and margin from the left will be 90px, and also the same margin for this date and time as well. Saving this one, if I refresh this page, looks good. Let's also pull this image left so that this text could move up. So we can use the bootstrap class on this image. So right here, I'm gonna add the bootstrap class of pull left. You can also use the inline style of floating left or right. So we can use the bootstrap class. So pull left, saving this one. If I refresh this page, you can see we got the content, and then we got the post. So it would be great if we also add the HR tag after every single post. So right after this P, I'm gonna add one HR here. Looks great. Now first styling this heading. So I'm gonna use the same style which we added on this with the ID of heading. So I'm gonna add the ID on this one. So the ID will be heading, and also you can see we got this p tag. So in the public styles.css, you can see we got this class of description, which I'm going to add on this date. So adding the class of description here, saving this one, refreshing the page, looks great. Now design for these posts are completed. Now we are going to add one simple hyperlink which could take our user to the page where they can easily read the full post. So back to my editor, we have to add the hyperlink on this title. So I'm gonna add one anchor tag around this title. So adding the anchor tag, and the address of this anchor tag will be our full post page. So full post dot php, and for the search query parameter there will be the id, and we need to echo our this id which we are extracting according to every single post. So adding the php scope here, and inside here we are going to echo the id. So closing of this anchor will be the whole this title. If I save this one and just refresh this page, now if I hover on it, you can see the id is 40. This one got the id of 39. This one is 36, 38 and 37. If I click on this, the jazibakram.com blog post is out. You can see we are on the page of fullpost.php and we are extracting the full post. The user can also add the comment here as well. So if I click on this confession about one function, so here you can see the post and the comment. You can also add the comment here as well. So it's a very great user interface if you also show your user one tab in the side area by which the user can see the recent post as well. So if you on the page of pagination 7, then you don't have to worry about the recent post because you already got the recent post in the tab of side area. So you can just click on these one to see the post. You can also limit the content of your recent post. I'm showing here 5 posts, so you can make them to see 0 to 3 posts. So you will have 1, 2 and 3 posts in your side area. So this looks quite great to me, and I don't think that we should work on it bit more. So the same code which we got on this file of blog.php, we are going to add the same code in our next page of fullpost.php, because in this page of fullpost.php we still getting this content. So I'm gonna copy the content from the page of blog.php. So back to my editor. This whole div which got the content for the recent post, then we got the content for our categories, then we got the information for about me. I'm gonna copy it from here, and now opening the file of fullpost.php. Now we need to go in the side area, and if I make it big little bit, we need to find out where we got the side area. So our side area will be after our main area. So here you can see we got the ending of our main area on line 216, and here you can see the older things. So I'm gonna cut this p tag and h from here, and if I save this one and just refresh this page of fullpost.php, you can see we got nothing here. So now I'm gonna add the copied content which I copied from the blog.php. So putting all the content here. If I save this one and refresh this page, you can see the green color. So let's also remove the green color to the side area. So moving up, here in the style section you can see the col sm3 color. Removing this one. If I just refresh this page, looks great. So now let's also change the background to this panel. So back to my editor. First of all, we are in the panel of recent post. So on the body, I'm gonna add one class of background, and now in the file of public styles.css, I'm gonna add the style to this class of background. So the class will be background, and now let's give it some background color. So if I save this one and also this one as well, if I just refresh this page of fullpost.php, you can see we got the background color to this one. So let's also add the same class on our page of blog.php. So in the side area where we got the panel for recent post, we have to add the class of background here as well. So if I refresh this page, going back to the page of blog.php, you can see the color is changed. And if you want to see the full post, just click on the text of title thanks to the course field 2. Now you are on the page of fullpost.php. You can read the full post and still you can see the recent post because we copied the content to this file of fullpost.php. So finally our course has been completed. Now in the next lecture we are going to check everything in the admin panel and also in the public area, whether the things which we have made so far got any bug or not.